There's probably somebody out there that wondered how I did this. This is resin. It was from Bachman. It's part of the church station grouping. The first thing I did was I decided what size I wanted these cutouts, and I made myself a little plastic template so that I could make them all pretty close to the same size. To mark them, I just used a scalpel and just dragged the scalpel along, and it scores the resin pretty well. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that line certainly. So that's how I did that. And then to cut them, I have a saw blade on the end of my Dremel. Back it up with a piece of paper. Yeah, you can see the teeth on there. They're very fine. Yeah, there they are. And I discovered after a while, it worked best when I turned the Dremel up as fast as it would go. And I would just try to hold it real steady. Cut through it. And that's how I did it. I'll finish this up and I'll be right back. Okay, now that's as far as I can take it. With that, I have these little saw blades on a stick. This one's getting kind of bent up, but I finished the cut with these. Of course, the trick is not to break this whole thing like that. I just did it. That's the only one I've broken. But I think it can be glued back together. Then, of course, to square everything up and even it up and get the facet or the face of the cut at the right angle, just a little filing does the trick. Now the question is, can I get this glued back together? I think I can. If it goes back like that, I think it'll be fine. So I'll go do that, fix my mistake. I'll be back. Well, if you won't tell, I won't tell either. It's amazing, that super glue. For the window frames, I'm going to use, or I've been using, polystyrene evergreen scale models, item number 133, which is 0.030 inches by 0.060 inches. It's best if you rough up the plastic before you try to solder it very gently. These real thin strips, you can accidentally heat them up if you're not careful with the sandpaper, and then they turn into little wiggly worms. Push it down in there, maybe it'll grab. Oh yeah, it's okay. There we have one. I'll continue and put the rest of the frames in, and I'll be back. If you cut a piece and it's just a little bit too long, just keep some sandpaper handy and just scrub the end a little bit. Just a little bit. It comes off fast, and then it'll fit. Stuck now. So I believe they are all in there. Now the next little chore is to cut the glass, the plastic. There's one piece fit. I'll be using window cement, canopy glue, have to paint before I can put the glass in, so I've got a considerable depth of field to deal with. But I'm going to be putting the paint in the pot here first. Make sure everything's turned on. Compressor is on. A little alcohol in the pot. This alcohol has a little paint in it. I used it to clean a brush or two. The paint booth I'm using is, I bought that on Amazon. It was less than $100, so probably about 60 pounds. You do have to change the filters pretty frequently though. You can get those from Amazon as well. They're not very expensive. I think a 4-pack for $12 or so. What is that? 10 pounds. And this is Tamiya X51 Khaki Drab. That's going to be my base coat. From doing this as much as I have lately, I have a pretty good feel for how much paint to put in the pot. Probably good. Put the lid on so I won't spill too much. Put a light coat on, let it set up a little bit. Put another light coat on, let it set up, put another light coat on, and then you're probably done. Not bad. Just about dry. This is gloss. The XF is flat, the X is gloss. Well, I don't know if I'd call it gloss. I think it's a semi-gloss, maybe more accurate. Some really nice ironwork that came with these, with this kit too. Well, there's a little paint left. I think I'll just put it back in here and I'll have some spare in case I need it for anything. I think we're done with the paint booths. In this case, I'm letting the base coat play the part of the weathering, and I'm putting the concrete color over the top of it. And that's the way I did the other ones, and unless I decide I don't like it, that's what I'm doing here. And that's about the way the other ones look. So now I got to go clean my graining brush. These are handy, these graining brushes. This is a very cheap one. It's a Princeton Select Grainer. It says, you probably can't see that, but it says Princeton Select Grainer on there. I use it for lots of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up the brush and get my gloves off, and I'll be back.